Hello world, I'm Kronos. Welcome. Today is gonna be a short one. We're gonna be continuing off basically from yesterday, and I'm gonna give an examples of things that happened to me recently and maybe not recently that highlight what it means to be true friends. And actually, the plan was to talk about how it connects to empathy today, inspired by this book right here. Those who don't know Carl R. Rogers, he's like, if you know Jung, you should know him too. Like a superstar in psychiatry. His history is incredible. I'll just read you So Carl R. Rogers, 1902 till 1987, was one of the most influential psychologists in American history. He wrote more than 200 articles and books, received many honors, including the Distinguished Scientific Award of the American Psychology Association. He's the real deal, and he's a real frontline thinker, and his books are extremely interesting. And I was actually, I got into this book by following Jordan Peterson's book advice, book recommendation list. So that's for, it connects to what we're going to talk about today. That's why I'm bringing it up, and I'm going to be reading these parts from it. Not today, but maybe. So I want to give, let's get into it. So I'll start with a recent example and a decision I made based on the core values that we talked about earlier. And so, well, to give you a little background, I have been here not long where I live, and I don't know anyone. I barely know the language, and I have met really good guys, really good friends. I made a really good friend, a neighbor, and his girlfriend. We are all really good friends. They are like the best friends I found here so far, except of course the guy I know from before. And so they're really good people, and they really help me by making me feel like I'm not completely alone, like they in their way, like their friendship, and I am there for them in their hardships. So it's a good relationship. It's a good and the core basis of it is I know that they are really good people, and they have really good morals and values, and they are so I appreciate them, and I thank God for meeting them. And that's the core basis of what we spoke about, is before you call someone your friend, you need to know, really, is he your friend? And not only is he your friend, because let me tell you, they were there for me when I was down. I had some problems, and they helped me when they didn't have to do anything. We barely knew each other, and they really extended their warmth, and they were really there for me, and I was there for them. It's reciprocal, like, so that's the point. That's real friendship, and we take care of each other, So a few days ago I went out and to the store, and I got some stuff, and a guy approached me and he was like, hey, what's up, I know you. And apparently he knows we are friends somehow, that we know each other. and through them he knew me, and I don't know how, but he approached me and we exchanged like we got a good casual conversation, and we exchanged like Instagram and stuff and whatever. One moment. So then everything was good, and he seemed like a really nice guy, chill, just a dude, like getting. I get to know people everywhere, So he was very friendly and excited, like he was like really energetic, and so yeah, why not? Then I got home and I got a message from him, and he asked me not to tell my friend that we know each other. And I was so obviously asked why. What is the problem? He explained his issues with him. Now, he asked me not to. No, I don't know this guy. He seems really cool, and we had fun chatting, and we got to know, like we got casually, but I don't really know him. I don't consider him my friend, and he asked me to. And I pondered on this. What is the right thing to do? He asked me not to tell him about that we know each other, which is weird. And his reasons were very not accepted. Like they weren't reasonable. I didn't really get an answer, not really. It seemed like a little judgment, like they have their problems, and I don't want to be involved in that. On one hand, on the other hand, I'm not gonna be secretive. Like I'm not gonna get into this. I'm not gonna play along with this. You guys have your issues, Doesn't have anything to do with me. So obviously I said what I said. That's not exactly what I said. I told him that he shouldn't. That it's. I defended basically my friend's name, and so he explained himself. And the point is, what do you do? That's the question. What do you do? I mean, because does it matter? Like, it doesn't matter. Like if he knows or doesn't know, do you know each other? Don't know. Like it seems like something that is irrelevant, and like I don't care. Like why would I care? Like why would you care if he knows that we like? It seems like so out of like doesn't. You can find sense in it if you look. There, I'm sure for 100. I'm 100% sure he has for his logic, it makes total sense, and he has his reasons, and for him it's. But if I play along, and if let's say I listen, I don't tell my friend, not because I was thinking about this, not because he asked me not to tell him, but because I wasn't gonna tell him anything, because it doesn't matter. Like it's not. Why would I go to someone? Hey, I know this. Like it's like weird. So, but because he asked me, it created a situation, right? So he's saying I have an issue with him, in a way, and don't I have the obligation to let my friend know? Maybe he knows, maybe he doesn't. Maybe he's like, behind his back, he's saying one thing and to his face another. Maybe he's somehow cheating him out of anything. I don't know. Maybe he's lying to him, manipulating him, acting like his friend. He really isn't. So what do you do? What is ethically the right thing to do? Well, I hold allegiance to, first of all, to humanity, not to any particular. See, I look at us, or I try to look for the light in people. So I don't judge him, and I don't judge him. I'm trying to do the right thing and not create any more negativity on one hand. On the other hand, how would you, so the question I asked myself, how would you like to have been, because let me go even deeper. Let's say someone doesn't like you and you don't know it. Does it matter? And let's say you do know it. Does it matter? So what is the point of knowing if someone likes you, doesn't like you? Unless you have a direct connection and it affects something. Like if you are supposed to be friends but he doesn't really like you, that's the problem. But if you're like strangers, as far as like you're not really like close friends, you don't really know each other, you're just acquaintances, then why does it matter? And so I asked myself, how would you like to be? Like, let's turn it around. Let's say someone tells your friend not to tell me that they know each other. Would you prefer to have known that? Would you like to have that? Would you expect your friend to tell you that? And if so, why? Why do you care? That's a question you can ask yourself too. So my conclusion was, yeah, I expect, since we are transparent and we are honest, I would expect my friend to let me know, yeah. Because if I am completely open with you and you're completely open with me, there is no need to, and because this has nothing to do with us. And not only that, that's loyalty. And it's even more like I think today it's so rare to have real friends that will be loyal behind your back. You know, the sentence goes, don't tell me what they said about me, tell me why you stayed and listened. So I chose to tell him. And I told my friend that he said that. And we resolved it really quickly. He didn't really care. He knew that they weren't like it wasn't a big secret. But the point is, my conscience is clear. He feels safe. Like he knows he got a taste of loyalty, right? And the other guy is irrelevant. I was pondering if to tell my friend, like, at one point I was thinking to tell him, don't tell him that I told, like, but then I was like, what? I don't give a shit. I don't care. I shouldn't. I think it would be smarter not to do that because it creates unnecessary drama. But I don't actually care because I'm loyal to myself, and that's the thing is, because I did the right thing, it oversees it supersedes the how my relationship with this guy might be damaged if I didn't. It's more important, like I did the right thing, so if he has a problem with that, it's his problem. I don't have an issue with him, I don't care. I would like to be friends with everyone. But if he has an issue, it's his issue. And I will not comply and I will not conform to his wishes, especially when they're not don't make sense and they are coming from a place of nonsense, no logical and has nothing to do with me, etc., etc. So I don't play along. And I did tell him, and I don't care if he knows. So, because that's how I would like to have been treated. So, that's friendship, and I know he would do the same. And he tells me very deep on personal stuff, and he's completely honest with me, my friend. I mean, so, and he's been there for me in the dark times. So, let me tell you, it feels good when you do the right thing. Now, yeah, I will drink in my videos. I don't give a shit. Put up a show. Now, I was gonna talk about empathy and how it connects to this, with this book, right? And so I want to give you another example. I want to give you another example. This one is a little, well, as you can see, the dilemma in those situations, it's complicated. It's never, well, it could be not complicated, but when it does get to a problem, it usually is complicated, and there is no, you have to figure out what the right answer is for you. So first of all, before I go to the next, what would you do? Would you have told him? Would you not have told him? How would you present it? Because some people are very sensitive, could create a problem, and I'm not even, they have known each other for a long time. I'm new, like I barely know them, especially the new guy. So how would you have done it? No regrets, by the way. Zero. Well, so for the next example, well, I was I'm thinking about, because I gave you examples earlier in earlier videos, so I don't want to repeat myself. So, all right. Well, I'm gonna give a very complicated one, but I'll make it short. But I'll try to make it simple, kind of. So I was with, when I was younger, you know what? No, fuck it. I'm not gonna. It's too much. It's too it will take too long to explain, and this, yeah, it's for another time. I wanna stick to the subject. I know I'm like in my head a little bit, so it's kind of hard. Maybe I'll finish the video right now. I don't know. Yeah. So okay. So how it connects? Let's talk about how it connects to empathy. I was thinking, how would my friend like to be treated? So I was putting myself in his shoes. That's empathy. And so when I was stuck, when I was in a problem, he did the same for me, and he was very generous with the little that he has with me. And that meant so much to me. That's how I knew that he is a good person, because he gave without asking back. He was there when I truly needed, and he's always available in that sense. If I call him and tell him I don't have food, like he will give me food, like, you know, he'll be there, like and I am privileged to be able to be there for him and for his girlfriend, which we are friends too, like independently, has nothing to do with it. They're really good people. This is not an episode about them, it's about true friendship and how I found it in a distant land that I was never before. And we don't, like, we speak, see, the thing is, the languages, our languages are both not English natively. So it goes to show that the languages, it's really the feelings, it's the meaning behind, it's how your energy, your emotions, how you are, that really communicates to the environment and to people who you are and what you attract. It's not, so the words themselves is not really, it's not a language. It's your energy, it's who you are, it's your intentions. And that's what you attract. Because you could be angry at every language. And you can be sad at every language. And that actually brings me to think about music. How music has no language, right? It's the language of the soul. That's why it connects us all. That's why we can listen to a song we don't even know the words, but we feel so connected to it, so much, like it's a part of us. I have that with Vardruna. If you know Vardruna, the Viking band, I don't have to call them a band, Viking group. They did for the Vikings show, they did the soundtrack, and you know, it's evil, I think. Well, they are fucking amazing. Like when I heard their song for the first time, I think it was Healing Mountain, maybe. I cried. It was crazy, and I didn't understand the word, but the music was like inside, like I wasn't here. I was in another place, and I felt like it's something deep inside of me that I was not acknowledging for a long, long time. And that's music, and I didn't understand the words, but the melody and the way, you know, the energy behind it, the intention, you can feel it. I tell people I don't understand the words, but I understand the song. I understand the music. I don't need the words. And I did learn the words since then, but, well, some of them. But it makes it even more powerful when you have a little understanding, but it's not required. A good example would be the Seventh Symphony of Beethoven, which is playing in the background. Maybe you hear it from time to time. Maybe it's too loud. I don't know. But if you listen to that symphony, just as an example, there are many others, but that one in particular, I think it's which one am I listening to? Yeah, the Seventh Symphony. It's the Seventh Symphony, second. Forgot how you say. And so if you listen to that, close your eyes. Like, this would be my recommendation. Listen to the seventh symphony of Beethoven's, and, well, where's the, one moment, it's the second, I didn't think about this, so second movement. Yeah, so many people, but when I get views someday, I bet there will be someone screaming at the screen like, the second movement, it's the movement, bro. I bet you can see it. So you can hear it. And I listen to it all the time. And you know what, actually, as you can see, yeah. So I recommend listening, for example, listen to this song, to this incredible piece of art, which we're gonna talk about art too in some time. It will touch your soul. Like if you close your eyes, be alone and be in the moment and try to really connect with it. There are no words, just the music. You cannot ignore it. And if you go, it will make you emotional in many ways. It can make you cry. It can make you like. Usually, it will make you cry because it's so deep, and you feel a part of creation. It's creation in music. It's incredible. It's like the God, the music of God. So I recommend Beethoven's Seventh Symphony, second movement. Listen to it in loops. Go to sleep. Meditate to it. You will be amazed. And yeah. So as I said, it will be a short one today, especially because I'm saving this. I want to make this one outside, and I want to talk more deeply about. I want to read some of it and break down some of the stuff he talks about, because it's stuck with me for years, and I believe wholeheartedly that so many people can learn from this. So that's it for today. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.